Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Today we're diving deep into a story that has sent shockwaves through the Dallas fan base, NFL circles, and sports media alike. It's a development that could potentially reshape the defensive landscape of America's team for the upcoming season and beyond. If you've been paying attention to the Cowboys coaching staff changes, you already know that this is no ordinary offseason. The franchise has been proactive, and this latest move might just be the most intriguing one of all. So buckle up. Because what I'm about to tell you is not just a rumor, this is a significant step toward what could be a new era for the Dallas Cowboys defense. Now let's set the scene. The Dallas Cowboys, as many of you know, have always been a team of high expectations, especially on defense. Over the years, their defensive units have gone through ups and downs, but the quest for a dominant, consistent defense has never waned. And in recent seasons, the Cowboys have been trying to find the right formula, whether it's through draft picks, free agency, or coaching adjustments, to elevate their defensive performance to elite levels. In the current NFL landscape, where offense often steals the spotlight, a truly formidable defense can be the difference between a playoff run and an early exit. And that's precisely why the news about the Cowboys seeking to interview Jim Leonhard as their defensive coordinator is such a big deal. It's not just a routine coaching change, it's a statement of intent. The Cowboys are clearly looking for someone who can bring a fresh perspective, innovative schemes, and a relentless mindset to their defensive unit. Let's start by unpacking what this move really means. Jim Leonhard, as many of you know, has been a highly respected figure in NFL coaching circles, especially for his work as a defensive coordinator candidate. His reputation isn't just built on his coaching credentials, but also on his ability to develop players and craft schemes that adapt to the modern NFL. His background as a former player and his tactical acumen have earned him admiration from peers, players, and fans alike. Now, why is the Cowboys so interested in him? Well, Leonhard's track record as a defensive mind is impressive. He's known for his aggressive, versatile defenses that can switch coverages fluidly and pressure quarterbacks effectively. His approach aligns well with the current trends in the league, where hybrid schemes, multiple fronts, and unpredictable blitz packages are essential to confound opposing offenses. The Cowboys' current defensive roster, featuring players like Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, and others, could be maximized under Leonhard's strategic guidance. You might be asking, what does this mean for the Cowboys' defense? The answer is layered. First, it indicates a desire to build around the young and explosive Micah Parsons, who has been a game-changer on the edge. Parsons' ability to rush the passer, drop into coverage, and make plays all over the field makes him a perfect fit for a flexible, aggressive scheme that Leonhard could implement. The coaching staff will likely aim to maximize Parsons' versatility, transforming him into a true defensive weapon capable of disrupting any offensive game plan. Second, Leonhard's potential hiring could influence other key players. Trevon Diggs, known for his ball-hawking skills and coverage ability, could thrive even more under a defensive coordinator who emphasizes scheme versatility and aggressive coverage. The secondary's development is crucial, especially in a league where passing attacks are more potent than ever. If Leonhard can implement a scheme that boosts their confidence and aggressiveness, it could lead to more turnovers and game-changing plays. Furthermore, the move to interview Leonhard signals a shift in the Cowboys' defensive philosophy. For years, the team has been known for a somewhat conservative approach, relying on a stout front seven and a solid secondary. But with the league's offensive explosion, especially in the NFC East, where teams like the Eagles and Commanders are loaded with offensive firepower, the Cowboys appear to be seeking a more dynamic, aggressive defensive identity. Now, let's take a step back and analyze the broader context. The last few seasons have shown that the Cowboys' defense, despite flashes of brilliance, has struggled with consistency. In 2022, the defense ranked around the middle of the league in points allowed, but there were moments of breakdowns in critical situations, especially in the red zone and during third-and-long scenarios. The inability to generate consistent pressure and the occasional blown coverage have been points of concern. Micah Parsons, as the star of the defense, has been a bright spot. His 13-5 sacks in 2022, along with his relentless motor and game-changing plays, have made him one of the premier pass rushers in the league. But football is a team effort, and having a disruptive force like Parsons is only part of the equation. The rest of the defense needs to complement him, and that's where a strategic, innovative coordinator like Leonhard could make all the difference. Looking at recent coaching trends, NFL teams that have adopted hybrid schemes, mixing zone and man coverage, employing versatile blitz packages, have often found success against high-powered offenses. Think of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' dominant defenses under Todd Bowles or the Kansas City Chiefs' inventive schemes. The Cowboys, with their personnel, could follow suit, especially if Leonhard is brought in to implement a scheme that emphasizes unpredictability and aggression. Another aspect worth considering is the influence of the coaching staff and organizational culture. Mike McCarthy, the head coach, has expressed a desire to see the team improve on defense, especially with a focus on creating turnovers and pressuring the quarterback. Bringing in someone like Leonhard, known for his innovative ideas and player development, could be a game changer. His leadership style, which combines tactical intelligence with motivational skills, might be exactly what the Cowboys need to elevate their defensive unit to the next level. Now, let's delve into some historical context. The Dallas Cowboys have always been a franchise with a rich defensive history. Think of the dominant defenses of the 1990s led by players like Charles Haley, Darren Woodson, and others who defined a culture of toughness and strategic excellence. More recently, the 2018 and 2019 teams had solid defenses but lacked the consistency to go all the way. The current roster, especially with Micah Parsons emerging as a superstar, has the talent to replicate those glory days. What's missing, perhaps, is the right coaching philosophy and scheme, something Leonhard could potentially provide. In terms of statistics, Parsons' sack numbers are impressive, but the overall team defense needs to improve in areas like third down conversions allowed and red zone efficiency. The secondary, led by Trevon Diggs, has been a roller coaster in terms of consistency, but under a new scheme emphasizing scheme versatility and aggressive coverage, those numbers could see significant improvement. Additionally, the defensive line, with players like DeMarcus Lawrence and others, could benefit from a more aggressive scheme that maximizes their pass rushing potential. So what are the implications of this potential hire? First, it signals a proactive approach by the Cowboys front office, led by owner Jerry Jones and the coaching staff. They recognize that in today's NFL, defense wins championships, and having a coordinator who can adapt, innovate, and get the best out of their talent is crucial. If Leonhard is brought in, it could set a new tone for the team's defensive identity, one that's aggressive, flexible, and unpredictable. This move could also impact the team's draft strategy and free agency decisions. For example, if Leonhard emphasizes a certain scheme, the Cowboys might prioritize acquiring players who fit that mold, versatile linebackers or safeties who can excel in multiple roles. It also influences how the team plans their offseason, potentially shifting focus toward players who excel in aggressive, scheme-diverse defenses. Now, let's consider the fans' perspective. The Cowboys fan base is passionate, deeply invested, and often vocal about their expectations. The idea of bringing in Jim Leonhard as defensive coordinator has ignited a wave of excitement. Many see him as the missing piece to finally unlock the team's defensive potential. Social media is abuzz with speculation, memes, and hopes that this move will lead to a top-ranked defense in 2024. Of course, there are skeptics, as with any coaching change, and some worry about how well Leonhard's schemes will fit the current roster, especially given the specific strengths and weaknesses of the team. From the media standpoint, analysts have been quick to praise the move, pointing out Leonhard's reputation as a rising star in coaching circles. Many compare him to young, innovative coordinators who have transformed defenses and led teams deep into the playoffs. The question now is, can he replicate that success in Dallas? The pressure will be on him to quickly adapt his schemes to the Cowboys' personnel and to earn the trust of established players like Micah Parsons and Trevon Diggs. Now let's project into the future. If this move comes to fruition, the Cowboys' defense could see a renaissance. Micah Parsons, as a cornerstone, will likely thrive under Leonhard's guidance, possibly reaching even higher sack totals and becoming a true defensive leader. Trevon Diggs could see his interceptions increase with more aggressive coverage schemes. The defensive line, with DeMarcus Lawrence and others, might find themselves in more advantageous positions to generate pressure. The team's overall defensive stats could improve across the board, leading to more wins and a stronger playoff push. But what happens if things don't go as planned? That's always a possibility. Schemes take time to implement, and players need to buy into a new defensive philosophy. There's also the risk that Leonhard's ideas might not mesh perfectly with the existing roster, requiring adjustments or even further personnel changes. Still, the Cowboys organization has shown a willingness to invest in innovative coaching talent, and this move could be a turning point if executed well. Looking at the broader NFL landscape, this move also indicates a trend. Teams are increasingly valuing innovative defensive minds who can adapt to the league's evolving offenses. The success stories of teams like the 49ers with D'Amico Ryans or the Bills with Sean McDermott show that a strong, adaptable defense can carry a team deep into the playoffs and beyond. The Cowboys are clearly seeking to join that elite group by pursuing a coach like Jim Leonhard. Now, you might be wondering what's next. Well, the process of interviewing and hiring can take some time, but the buzz is that Dallas is serious about bringing Leonhard on board. If he accepts the offer, preparations will begin immediately for the upcoming season. The coaching staff will need to work quickly to install new schemes, adjust player roles, and build chemistry. It's a process full of challenges, but also full of potential. As we wrap up this detailed exploration, it's clear that the potential hiring of Jim Leonhard as defensive coordinator is more than just a coaching change. It's a signal of the Cowboys' ambitions and a possible blueprint for a new defensive identity. Fans, analysts, and players alike are eager to see how this story unfolds. Will Leonhard become the architect of a top-tier Dallas defense? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the excitement is palpable and the stakes couldn't be higher. Remember, this is a story that's still developing, and I'll keep you updated with all the latest news, rumors, and expert analysis. So stay tuned, keep your Cowboy spirit alive, and get ready for what could be one of the most thrilling off-seasons in recent memory. The Dallas Cowboys are on the brink of something big, and whether you're a die-hard fan or just an NFL enthusiast, this is one story you won't want to miss. Pause here just for a second. if you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Jim Leonhard is the right guy to lead the defense? How do you see his scheme fitting with the current roster? Are you excited about the potential new era, or do you have concerns? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Dallas Cowboys news. This offseason promises to be one of the most interesting in recent memory, and we're here to cover every twist and turn with in-depth analysis, insider info, and plenty of passion. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!